Good evening, fellow enchanters, clerics, apothecaries, necromancers, and witches. I will be your local high priestess and table topics master of the day. Here we will explore the art of improvisation. This will help keep us on our toes and keep us sharp. And this will give us the opportunity to practice 4 vital skills to speaking impromptu, which are listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. The prompts and questions I've prepared for today will hopefully help us all become better impromptu speakers. There are no right or wrong answers. I cannot stress this enough. I will randomly call on different members to participate. However, if you know the answer and you feel it flows through you, please raise your hand or jump in and you can answer the question. We will all have, yes. Oh, can I have the Cleric of Time give us a refresher on the Sorcerer of Time?
No worries, High Priestess. Tonight you have a total of 2 minutes to speak with your table topics. The green clock will come up at 1 minute. Orange or yellow will come up at 1 minute 30, and the red will come up at 2 minutes, at which point please wrap up. Back to you, High Priestess.
Thank you, Sorcerer of Time, Rachel. My fellow witches, I cannot tell you the week I have had. Just this week, a farmer came in desperately seeking a potion to increase their harvest. They wanted a potion of, and they brought a scribbled paper. They called it a fane. But when I looked at the paper, it said it was a potion of famine. This is a splash potion of famine. For those of you that aren't familiar with splash potions, regular potions you ingest. Splash potions, you splash, and whoever or whatever is in the radius of the splash zone is imbued with the effects. A splash potion of famine imbues your crops with a plentiful harvest, but you will have no seeds. I told this farmer that I would have to get back to them, but I'm not sure how I should proceed with this. What do you think, Greg?
Madam Priestess, I believe that a customer should leave satisfied. So they came to you asking for a solution to their problem, that the crops were not going to be adequate and they wanted some magical enhancements. They brought the one thing they knew, a way that would give them more crops, but you know better. The fact that they brought the wrong potion clearly indicates they don't really know the specifics of what they want. And that is why I would ask you, as the knowledgeable priestess, to provide what they do want. Is there a splash potion that goes over a better radius? Is there a splash potion that perhaps gives them a less impressive crop, but does drop the seeds? Is there some other tool that maybe doesn't even use magic that would help them feel satisfied in your answer while not delivering the specific thing they asked for? The customer may always be right in what they ask for and what they think that what they need, but they don't always know how to ask for it. So I believe this is an opportunity for you to both provide and educate. Madam Priestess.
What a fantastic take, Greg. I hadn't considered that. There are definitely other alternatives. Maybe I just need to tweak the recipe. I had one customer come in requesting a potion of healing. Those are rare around here. We don't have the ingredients. So when I mentioned this, they said, you know what? A potion of pestilence will do. Potions of pestilence don't really heal the imbued so much as they reappropriate the life force from others around them. If a customer came to you with this concern, with this request, how could you help them maybe seek more balanced ways to restore themselves? Oliver?
I see you're thinking outside the box. I do like that. I may question your methods. However, I am running a business. And I will tell you, these are my potions for sale. But I have more under the table. Let me show you those. I have some special ones just for you, a discount. You said you want pestilence or pests? Because you could use those too on the neighbors you don't like so much. They won't be there anymore. So you could get like a lot more bang for your buck here. But of course, you didn't get this from me. And you better not double cross me, because this pest potion thing, yeah, I didn't invent this. Let's just say I acquired it from the last person that crossed me. So I will give you a discount if we have an understanding. Do we?
Thank you, Oliver. That is a wonderful take. Actually, discounts are something else another client was interested in. The Ever Classic, I had someone come in looking for a potion of fortune, said to increase the fortunes of those imbued with it. I've been thinking of meddling with this kind of magic, but I don't know enough about it. I can't decide. What if I don't get the recipe just right? If it spoils, it will turn into a potion of greed. How do you work out a balance? Should I even try, Liz?
Thank you, Madam High Priestess. It's such an honor to receive this question. I believe that whoever is gifted with this capability and this magical power to either receive or manifest a vast amount of wealth, or have this magical power to revoke or deduct the wealth from others, this is a very, very, very tremendous and powerful gift, because wealth, whether it is perceived in monetary terms, or wealth, whether it's perceived in physical or spiritual terms, I believe that whoever has this opportunity and this power actually has the rule and the key of ruling so many other things, because robbing somebody of that wealth or being able to sneak up behind and undermine somebody's ability to gain or lose the wealth is actually a key to a secret game. And in my eyes, in my ideas, I believe if this person operates by themselves, they can actually take on a group of people and create an even higher power of creating wealth for themselves. Greed, I think, is a power that can be manifested magically in their mind, or physically and materialistically. So depending on their choice, depending on their way of manifesting, this is something that they would have to decide upon themselves. Back to you, Madam High Priestess.
Lovely take, Liz. Thank you. Thank you for jumping in. Something that's got me thinking as we're talking about balance and taking. Centuries back, many people don't know this, but centuries back, locally, there was an accident. A farmer kept losing livestock. To this day, we don't know to what. He used a splash potion of binding to bind his livestock to him, to his surrounding. But the potion was too strong. It not only bound the animals to his nearby location, it bound him to their souls and to the land. He became known as the haunting of Schmagenrog. To this day, he still haunts the land. That brew is forbidden. Well, this week, a young man came into my shop, half merfolk, his top half, of course, asking that I bind him to the ocean. I didn't know what to say or where to start. What would you have done? Dr. Michael Alexander.
Binding someone to the ocean is altogether too easy and hardly requires any effort at all to generate the potion. It simply takes a large stone and a rope. Now, if they'd wanted to be bound alive to the ocean, that would be perhaps more trouble. But to simply drop a potion in the ocean which already exists, the potion which is already there without any effort on your part, and bind him quite permanently, is in fact quite an easy task. Oh, I know there are some who are quibbling capriciously with the concept of modesty or doing well by your customers, or perhaps want them to come back. But let's face it, if he's bound to the ocean, he's not coming back. And is he going to help you out? No. So give him exactly what he wants at the minimum cost to you, the simple cost of a rope and a rock. Back to you, High Priestess.
Thank you, thank you. It's so fortunate that his upper half is merfolk, because that way he won't drown. I will definitely be looking forward to using your solution. Someone that hasn't been bothering me lately, and it's very unnerving, is Birdie. You guys see Birdie? Birdie is my daughter's familiar. This winter, it was very, very cold, and Birdie wasn't looking well. So I bound Birdie to this poppet. And I told my daughter that when the spring solstice arrived, I would bring Birdie back. Well, I have the restoration potion ready. And I know the summoning spell. It is Liforia Flintaxico. But I can't bring it back. I'm forgetting the final ingredient. What do you think I should do, Gray?
As capricious as it may sound, I, Mira, would like to invite you to this witch's grove, specifically to a house on the left by the river. Here, there are river clams. How can river clams exist in this witch's druid's grove? Witches and druids commingle here to save those familiars that are bound by poppets, bound into poppets to prevent death. Sometimes witches come here with their poppets to become liches themselves. But you wouldn't be interested in doing that, would you? Not as an owl. For the Liforia Lintaxico spell, we would obviously need the taxonomy of the owl. But a hearty serving of clams will do you nicely. Table topics, master.
Thank you so much for that suggestion, Gray. I will take you up on that. I was worried this would just be another disappointing spell. I had an awful disappointment this week. I had a client request a summoning spell. They wanted a hellhound, and who doesn't love a good hellhound? I haven't done a hellhound in give or take a few centuries, but I thought I had it. When I summoned it, I summoned a hell pup. It was so cute. To this moment, I'm not sure what went wrong. A big part of the spell is imbuing it with your wrath and your desire for power. How could I have made this spell stronger, Kelly?
What I have found is that in all magic, the key ingredient is believing and wanting, truly wanting that hellhound. You didn't want this ugly, vicious dog. You wanted a puppy. Who doesn't want a puppy? Who doesn't want a hell puppy? I want a hell puppy. I think I have a hell puppy, but that's beside the point. You knew what you wanted. And sometimes when you're running a shop, you get all these requests and you forget about yourself. You forget to take care of you. And I think the most important thing, in order to serve others, we need to take care of ourselves. We need to fill our cup in order to pour out to others. So keep this hell puppy. You deserve it. You deserve all of the love that this hell puppy will give you, or hate, or fire, because even the fire is cute. Baby fire is adorable. Puppy fire is cute too. So keep it. And I think when you try again for this customer, keep in mind that it's for them, not for you, but for them. And really imagine their happiness and their satisfaction when you deliver the fiercest hellhound you have to offer. It may sound capricious to wallow between your wants and their wants, but they're all combined. They're all combined. Back to you, High Priestess.
Kelly, such wisdom. Thank you. It really does come down to knowing what we want. I was disappointed because there was explosions everywhere. Not this though. This is dragon drool. That's another story. Actually, I had one client come in and they had a unique situation. They wanted to pick their familiar. They had the privilege of having access to a fire frost dragon. The dragon had 2 eggs, but one was distinctly frost and the other one was distinctly fire. They wanted me to help them choose. But I'm not sure how I could help them choose. What do you think, Kate?
Well, as most of y'all don't know, but my dad certainly does, I love dragons. Absolutely love dragons. I am known as the mother of dragons in our gaming group. And so when it comes to me and picking my first dragon, and picking any dragon, I look at the egg and I stretch out my hand, I stretch out my heart, open up my heart, and I wait for the calm stillness and the slight pull towards the egg. I believe, and I would tell the client this, I would say, go to the egg that you feel the deepest connection to. Feel the egg that you feel a soul connection to. The egg that calls to you, the egg that you know will give you your best friend. Because that's what we look for in familiars. A familiar is just a best friend. Someone that will always have your back. Someone that will always come to your aid, and you will have their back. And so, reach out. Figure out which egg would give you your best friend. Back to you, High Priestess.
Thank you, Kate, for your wisdom. My intuition has paid off again. I love your call to stick to what calls to you. And that puts me in a very difficult position. I had one client come in and she wanted something very unique. She wanted a splash portal potion. I know how to make these. The ingredients are not easy to procure, but I know her and I know she's been after this for a while. So I do have the ingredients. If I make this potion for her, a portal will appear. It will not lead anywhere dangerous. It will stay within our realm. If she walks through it, she will be safe. But we will miss her. I have been holding back because I don't want her to go. But is that my choice? What do you think, Lonnie?
Well, there's actually a simple solution to this problem. You just need to lace that potion, that splash potion of portaling with a tincture of recall. So yes, I totally understand with fuel prices as they are. Airlines are charging an arm and a leg with no regeneration potion in sight or included. She wants to travel the easy way. I get it. So let her have her holiday. Let her have her travails. See the sights, visit a waterfall, get a sunburn on the beach. But eventually, that potion of recall, that tiny little bit that you included as a bonus, will bring her back. And when she arrives on your doorstep to protest that your potion of portaling was not successful, that it did not last indefinitely, you can explain to her that it must have been her heart that called her home, because some of her intention was included in the manufacture of that potion, and you were not at all at fault and cannot be sued.
I love that. Thank you. And you know what? I think I'll consider lacing it with fortune as well. Friends, tonight we saw that magic can be intimidating, sometimes downright capricious, but we also explored that magic is not good or bad. It exists in a spectrum, and it is a matter of balance. There's a prayer in my native tongue that I now say to you. Como no estás experimentado en las cosas de la vida, todo lo difícil te parece imposible. Remember, though, I wish you blessings in whatever, from whatever deity you worship. But every day is a blessing, and you're on the right path. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.